How do you want to start our project for sports guys?
I don't know, maybe we should do something like about diabetes or something?
Diabetes?
I
These
guess.
are so good.
What are those?
These are they're like little biscuit cookies.
Oh, those sound good.
I'm like addicted to them. Do you want one?
I'm okay, but like, oh wow. How often do you eat those?
I eat them like every day.
How much sugar do they have?
Just like 33 grams of sugar.
That's a lot. You know, if you eat that much sugar that often, you might get diabetes.
What's diabetes? Okay, so on here it says diabetes is a disease that can affect a person's life in many ways, from needing medication, lifestyle changes, and changes overall in health. For example, diabetes is a hard thing to manage as insulin injections need to be inserted into the body several times a day just to get good results. Prediabetes is a precursor to developing type 2 diabetes, where the blood sugar is higher than normal but not high enough to be diagnosed as diabetic. In 2013, as estimated, 9.1% of the U.S. population had diagnosed diabetes. As estimated, 5.2% of the U.S. population had undiagnosed diabetes, and an estimated 38% of the U.S. population had prediabetes. That's a lot.
That is.
As of 2021, the International Diabetes Federation, the IDF, estimates that globally there are 540 million people that are living with diabetes, both diagnosed and undiagnosed. Wow, I should really stop eating these really sugary cookies, or else I will get diabetes.
No, I don't want to get diabetes.
I think you don't have to worry too much. There's treatment for diabetes type 2.
There is?
The treatment usually has dieting, exercising, and medication. Because of the large number of prediabetes and diabetes type 2, there are many programs in place to help assess those with prediabetes and diabetes. Diabetes prevention programs are group-based programs that focus on the prevention or delay of diabetes by promoting safe and effective glycemic control while working with the patient, provider, and healthcare system.
Diabetes prevention programs use behavioral lifestyle interventions, modest weight loss, and increased physical activity to help those find the help they need. In the United States, under the Diabetes Prevention Act of 2009, the CDC established the National Diabetes Prevention Program. This program is a national program intending to raise awareness of prediabetes and diabetes. They assess who is eligible for treatment, intervention, and when to begin treatment. The treatment used at the NDPP is a 12-month curriculum led by a lifestyle coach that focuses on physical activity and weight loss for goals and management. I should really look into this program.
Earlier the diagnosis and treatment of diabetes and prediabetes prevents the patient from developing micro and macrovascular complications. Something that doesn't help the earlier diagnosis and treatment of prediabetes and diabetes is that it is often asymptomatic at the start. People can spend up to 5 to 6 years without symptoms, often delaying the treatment, leading to complications in their health. As of 2013, an estimated 60% of people diagnosed with diabetes type 2 were asymptomatic at the time of their diagnosis.
Hi guys. Hi. So we have a special guest, Addison Copes. Woo! So I heard that your dad has diabetes.
Yes.
Do you know if it's type 1 or type 2?
Type 2.
Do you ever see him put insulin into his body?
Yes, he puts it in his stomach.
And then
And
does
it's
he?
a shot.
It's a shot.
Yes.
Oh. And then how many times a day does he put it?
Twice.
Does he get any symptoms or any thing that will happen if he misses it or
Yeah, if he misses his dose, he can get tingling in his fingers, and sometimes his blood sugar is really low.
And then does he have to change his diet at all or anything?
Yeah, he has to eat less sugar and less salt and stuff.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Okay. Doctor, I have blurry vision, I'm hungry, I have a numbness and tingling in my hands, and I feel very tired. I also have very dry skin and pee a lot in the night. I'm also losing weight without trying and have very blurry vision.
Well, I think you may have diabetes.
Oh no! Oh my god, Maylu, I've just been diagnosed with diabetes. And I don't even know what it is.
Oh my god. Let me tell you about it.
Alright.
So here's the website I found about diabetes earlier. It says that diabetes mellitus is a collective term referring to a group of diseases that can affect the way your body processes and uses glucose. Glucose is vital to the health of our bodies, being the main source of our energy and fuel for our muscles and cells. Gestational diabetes is a type of diabetes that affects pregnant women. You're not pregnant, but goes away after the delivery of the baby. Diabetes type 1 and type 2, however, are chronic conditions. Sorry, buddy. Diabetes type 1 is where the body is insulin dependent, or the body's pancreas makes little to no insulin. Insulin is a hormone that allows glucose from the blood to enter the body cells. And finally, it says diabetes type 2 is where the body's cells build a resistance to the body's natural insulin, resulting in the cell's inability to absorb glucose.
Today is January 11, 2022, 9:45 a.m. There is news of a college baseball pitcher who is experienced and still experiencing transient global amnesia. Doctors aren't sure what is causing his short-term on and off memory loss, but his type 1 diabetic condition may be the cause of it. More on this by Maylu.
Yeah, so a 21-year-old college baseball player was brought into the athletic training room by a roommate. This was on Sunday morning around 10 a.m. because of the pitcher's memory loss, and we are just getting news of this now. The pitcher was reported to be asking himself questions like, when is practice and what is my blood sugar? The pitcher had been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes since he was only 9 years old. With further questioning from the athletic trainer, the pitcher could not recall anything about the past day, like if he had eaten, if he had checked his blood sugar, or if he had given himself insulin yet, or not. According to the pitcher's roommate, the pitcher and their roommate watched television, then went to sleep around 1 a.m. This was a normal occurrence for them. The pitcher answered more questions, denying having a headache, vision changes, nausea, vomiting, numbness, tingling, weakness in the extremities, and slurred speech. Upon further assessment from the athletic trainer, the pitcher was sent to the local emergency department for his persistent amnesia. Except for his sudden short-term memory loss, there seemed to be nothing wrong with him, and he was discharged from the hospital and diagnosed with transient global amnesia. Because the patient had lived and been diagnosed with type 1 diabetes for 12 years before this event, hypoglycemia could be a concern. It is possible that he suffered a hypoglycemic event while sleeping and recovered by morning. Thank you.
Wait, did you see the part about me getting diabetes?
Oh my god, I forgot. Transient global amnesia. Doctors aren't sure what is causing this pitcher's. We can redo this.
Yeah.
We can redo this.
This is so important because from a clinical perspective, the earlier diagnosis and begin. That is so like tongue twisting. Diabetes.
Still experience short-term. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. Today is January.
Mellitus is a collective term referring to a group of diabetes. I can't remember this. And that's about it. Bye.